This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Thursday. Jason Walker Show inside the Off the Wall Mancave and ready for a fun one today. Get you set for the weekend in sports. Also, check in with East Helena football coach Tyler Murray. You can watch the show on Facebook, the Instagram, the X. You can also find us on True Social, Rumble, YouTube. Did I say that already? You can also listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, Spotify, iHeart Podcast, Apple, Google, JasonWalkerShow.com anytime, and JasonWalkerMedia.com to check out Continental Divide Radio, playing the music of your memories nonstop 24 hours a day, except for Friday, which we'll tell you about here, or Saturday rather, in a little bit. You can weigh in anytime at JWalker Sports, at Jason Walker Show on the X, Facebook pages, and also Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. You can also call in or text 406-209-1267. Let's get going, shall we? The walk-up is brought to you by the Montana Disabled American Vets. Unbelievable people at the DAV. Put on great events all year long, including the DAV Golf Tournament every July. Also, a whole lot more great stuff. And not just that, but, you know, they also have the, let's see here, it is coming up, the Shannon Spencer Memorial 120-mile ATV Fun Run, 6th annual. It's a week from Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Lincoln Rodeo Grounds. You ride over to Huckleberry Mountain to Trixie Saloon in Ovando. Get some fuel if you need. And then head over to the Copper Queen Saloon in Helmvale. Climb Dalton Mountain back to Lincoln Rodeo Grounds. Poker hands are $10 each. Available at Lincoln Bars. And all activities will be held at the Lincoln Rodeo Grounds. Also going to be a patriotic ATV contest, a blind bandit contest, and then giveaways, payouts, and much, much more. But get a hold of the Montana DAV. They are absolutely fantastic, and you should, if you're looking about doing something, volunteer. They are always looking for folks to drive around our veterans. And, I mean, they travel over 1 million miles a year, okay? They're just amazing, amazing people. It's mtdav.org is the website. And you can get a hold of me for any information on that as well. We've got high school football tonight, Friday, Saturday. The AA has some big ones all on Friday. Missoula Big Sky at Butte. Now, Big Sky's 3-0. Butte High yet to win a game. And the Eagles looking for the first 4-0 start in forever. But the game is at Naranche. And Butte's had one of the toughest schedules to start. 4th ranked West in week 1. And that took a last-second touchdown. They've lost, to Bozeman. Big Sky averages 301 yards per game, including 159 through the air, 142 on the ground. That's very, very balanced. Defense, though, has allowed just 7 points in 3 games. That's very good for the Eagles. This is a big one, and it might not look like it on paper. Helena High 1-2. But they played Bozeman, they played West, did the Bengals, a lot like Butte High. And they welcome second-ranked Glacier into town. Wolfpack unbeaten at 3-0. And don't let Helena High's record fool you. This is a very, very good team. But they're going to be playing Glacier, quarterback Jackson Presley, who's just a junior, already committed to Boise State. He's throwing for 215 yards per game. Wolfpack averaged 414 yards total and 41 points per game. Now, we talked about it with Dane Broadhead. You look at the offenses. Kobe Dorchis for the Wolfpack has scored 7 times, including 3 last week. He's got 455 rushing yards this year. But don't count out Trig V. Braun. He's second in the AA, 362 yards per total. He's got 4 touchdowns. 3 of them came last week in the win over Hellgate, and he's gone over 100 yards the last 2 games. Glacier's defense, very good, just like Missoula Big Sky, 7 points per game. But let's not forget about Jackson Leeberg on the outside. So that's going to be a great game at Vigilante Friday night. West travels to Senior across town. West 3-0. Seniors 1-2. C.J. Johnson leading the AA, 261.3 passing yards per game. And when you're throwing to tight end Matt Ludwig, you're going to have success. 6'4", 17 catches, 282 yards, a couple of touchdowns this year. He's 8th in the state in AA in receiving yards. In 9th, his teammate Elias Bonner. Malachi Clonch, who just committed to Montana State recently, averages 4.2 yards per carry. Senior was shut out by Gallatin a week ago and is averaging 9 points per game offensively. Capital on the road at Hellgate Friday night. Bruins ranked 5th. Merrick Mahelish going to the Grizz, but he threw for 272 yards last week. He was, 10 of 15 passing? He also rushed for 98. And he also had 5 total touchdowns. Daniel Larson had a huge game. And that's the thing about Capital. I mean, you've got Daniel Larson, you've got both Almquists who have had great games. And the Bruins putting up some offense. They've averaged over 450 just the last 2 games, and their defense has held opponents to just 14 points in those 2 games. Cole Graham's back, which is fantastic. He had a hamstring, suffered in baseball. But the running game is averaging close to 200 yards, and that was the first 2 games before they got Graham back, so that's going to help. Gallatin at CMR. CMR's 1-2. Gallatin's 3-0. They got the Dalkey brothers, shut out Belgrade last week. Carter Dalkey has 527 total yards from scrimmage. That leads the state. He's also popped up 337 yards receiving. That's part of it. He also has 2 touchdowns. Reese, 312 yards from scrimmage. He's averaging, if I can do math in my head, over 70 yards on the ground per game. Grant Vegan, 8 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions. This one, I don't know, because Sentinel really not in the game against Capital last week. They go to Flathead. Now, Flathead's 0-3, and Flathead lost a game 2 weeks ago to Belgrade, 3-2. But Sentinel's just 1-2. But some good quarterbacks in this one. Jace Kashatka, 188 yards per offense per game, or of offense per game. And Brent Pasola, Flathead. Brett, he's at 176. Now, both these teams play tonight at Flathead at 7 o'clock. And that's a toss-up right now, I think. So's this one. Belgrade at Skyview tonight. I mean, Belgrade 1-2. Belgrade's just scored in 3 games 17 points total. Skyview's averaging 14 points per game. So, toss up there. Got some great games in Class A. I know East Helena will host Miles City tomorrow night. That game at 6 o'clock to kick off. They will. We'll hear from Coach Tyler Murray coming up a little bit later on. But, man, some good games across the state. B, the 8-man, the 6-man, looking forward to it. And, man, it's going to be it's a fun weekend. We'll get to the college rundown here in a second. I mean, some of the other games tomorrow on Friday night, Whitefish, Columbia Falls doing battle. That'll be a good one. Dillon travels to Frenchtown, number 1 at number 3. That'll be a fantastic football game. Butte Central plays Corvallis. Big Fork takes on Libby. Polson's got Ronan. Here's another good one in Class A. Billings Central, Laurel, number 2 and number 4. And that's in Laurel. Steve I takes on Hamilton. Steve I lost to Browning last week, like 56-0, something like that, 50-0. Hardin goes to Sydney. Lewistown's at Lockwood. Mentioned the Miles City East Helena game. That's at 6 o'clock again tomorrow night. Also in Class A, Glendive at Havre tomorrow. Class B, big games. Big Timber, Columbus. Anaconda's at Three Forks. Three Forks should win that one pretty easily. Here's an interesting one. Jefferson, coming off the tough loss last week at Malta, travels to Thompson Falls. Townsend will be at Whitehall. Heard from Joe Horn yesterday. Manhattan travels to Glasgow. Top-ranked Tigers at the Scotties. Florence Carlton goes to Conrad. Fairfield's at Eureka. Red Lodge at Joliet. Baker's at Huntley. Valley Christian at Darby. Darby and Valley Christian both unbeaten. So a couple of good games there in Class B. And then on Saturday, some of the highlight games. Malta plays at Loyola. Let's see, what else? Scobie Webo is always a fun one. Absorki, Westby Granora. Absorki in the polls, top 10. Broadview Lavina, unbeaten at Reed Point Rapplejay tomorrow afternoon, Saturday afternoon. I can talk. Big Sandy goes to North Star. Hart Butte travels to Power Dutton Brady. Power Dutton Brady, a top 10 team. Lincoln's at Gardner, Jordan, Freud Lake. Some great volleyball matchups, too, on Saturday. Jefferson, Whitehall. Hellgate at Capitol. That'll be a good one. Let's see. And then, And is it tomorrow tomorrow? Ennis plays, what is it? I had it earlier. Ennis plays someone at White Sulphur Springs. Here we go. Let me find it again. Man. Here it is. Belt ranked second in the state. Ennis ranked third, both according to 406mtsports.com. They will play in White Sulphur Springs tomorrow night. That Circle Ekalaka game is good, and Valley Christian Darby we mentioned as well. And then Hot Springs West Yellowstone is going to be a good one tomorrow night, Friday night in Hot Springs. So there you go. Big Sky action. You've got the Cats at home against Mercyhurst. Cats should roll. Favored in that one. Cats ranked third in the country. And the Grizz ranked ninth. Will host number 24, Western Carolina. You got Frontier football, too. And looking forward to that. Volleyball in the Frontier. Let's see here. Anything else to get to? I think we're good so far. Yeah. Where's the Frontier schedule? I was going to run through that quick because that's some good stuff for tomorrow. Boom, boom. What is it? Western has a big one as well. Here we go. Let me scroll all the way down to the bottom. Week 3 in the Frontier. Eastern Oregon hosts Tech in La Grande. It's not an easy road trip. By the way, speaking of Eastern Oregon, I don't know exactly what town it was in, but did you guys see the video from this week of all the elk? Giant elk herd crossing the road out in Eastern Oregon. It was amazing. So many. Northern hosts Arizona Christian. Carroll hosts Simpson. SOU takes on College of Idaho in Ashland. And Western travels out to D3 Lewis and Clark College. That'll be in Portland. So, little football rundown for you as we get rolling. Oh, it's. I look forward to Thursday. Couple of not so great games in the AA, as we mentioned, but Friday night football under the lights, some good ones for sure. And that includes out at East Helena, where the Vigilantes will host Miles City. Vigilantes 1 and 2. Miles City is a very good football team. We'll talk to Tyler Murray when we come back here. The walk-up brought to you by the Montana DAV, and you can volunteer to drive our heroes to their appointments and back and wherever they need to go. Over 1 million miles every year put on DAV vehicles. Volunteer at mtdav.org. Quick break, come back. Tyler Murray, East Helena, joins us here, Off the Wall Mancave, Jason Walker Show. For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Casey Damon is a 6th-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Ooh, We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Ready, Steve? Andy? Yeah. Mick? Okay. All right, fellas. Let's go!
We bring you back a little ballroom blitz in the Off the Wall Mancave. I mean, what a great song for football year, right? Football season, blitz. Yeah. This segment of the Jason Walker Show brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. On the way on this day in history and a whole lot more. We'll get you set for Friday or Saturday. Gosh, I keep thinking today's Friday. Today's Thursday. We're going to do some fun stuff on Saturday, and we'll tell you about it a little bit later on in the show. But joining us off the Wall Mancave to talk about a tough loss at Billings Central last week, 41-14, and to preview tomorrow night's game against Miles City at home is East Helena Vigilante football coach Tyler Murray. All right, Coach, you played a very, very good Billings Central team last week, but give me some positive takeaways.
Yeah, I thought our kids came out the second half and we're ready to play. I mean, we got the ball to start the second half, down 28-0, and went down and scored. They came back and scored, and then we went down and scored. So just moving the ball a little bit better in the second half offensively. Our defense really didn't play that horrible. We just played against a really good team, and they got us a few times. So I think our team is coming along. Our special teams continues to be a bright spot of our team, and so yeah.
That is good. Kind of the not the start you'd want, though. I know you're home this week, but for the next road game, how do you adjust as a coach and coaching staff to make sure the kids are ready at the opening kickoff, not the second half?
Right. It's something we've tried a lot of different ways. And, we're going to keep on trying to, be the best coaches we can be and find a way to get these guys going at the beginning of the game. But tried a lot of different ways over the last few years, and some of that's, not really on them, and so if it's on us, but just got to get going at the beginning of the game, and got to find it somehow, some way.
It's also, I bring this up a lot. They're 16 to 18-year-old kids after, a 4-hour bus trip. That's not exactly, hey, let's go get off the bus and play a game right away.
No, I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Not quite that easy when kids want to sleep on a bus or do homework. Hopefully your guys are doing homework.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
They're doing homework and, texting moms and dads and saying thank you and all that on the bus, right? That's what they do.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, they always do that. It's perfect. The kids are great kids. You do have great kids, but as you head into this week, an earlier kick time, and I like that so that Miles City can get on the road and head back home. But Miles City coming to town, this is a team that's been playing very well the last few years, a lot better than, maybe the years before. But this is a dangerous football team for you guys.
Yeah, they're 3-0. They beat Hyver last week, and they're a good quality opponent. They have their quarterback's a really good player, runs around. They have a couple of running backs, and all these kids, minus the quarterback, play defense as well. So they got some good athletes, some physicality. So, and they have a good brand of football. I mean, think about Miles City. They're tough and they're physical, and they know what they want to do, and they try to hold the ball for as much of the game as possible. And so I think they do good things. Good team. Yeah,
they definitely do. There's no question about that. And they've had, they've got a long run of success depending on the sport and what time, and certain years. But I love watching Miles City play just because of their toughness and their physicality. I mean, they're an Eastern Montana team. They're going to bring it each and every outing.
Absolutely.
How do you approach your guys this week coming off that loss?
We really got after it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We were in full pads instead of going half pads on Monday. And in the last two practices, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're just kind of grind it out. A little tougher, a little bit more live. I think we need to work on our toughness and all that. So that's what we did this week. And talked a little bit more about how to start fast and watch film and be prepared and trust yourself and trust your teammates. That's what we talked about this week.
When you look at your team health-wise, how are you guys doing?
Overall, we're very healthy. We have some, football, you're going to have a few guys here and there get ankles, knees, and head injuries, but overall, we're pretty healthy.
Whoever's got the head injury, you can give me his helmet because that didn't work. Not to make light of it, but I mean it's serious, but not that bad. If they're out there. Tyler Murray is joining us. East Helena football coach. Go ahead.
He's gonna be all right.
Good. I'm excited to see you guys at home. You're gonna miss halftime, but my little one is in cheer camp, and she's gonna be cheering at halftime of your game tomorrow.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, it's a little vigilante night all around. Then that's great.
I love the community support, and I know we've talked about it before, but, being at that stadium, and the people I've talked with have been there, and they're like, man, what a gorgeous setup. But, a little vigilante night. What's that all entail?
Yeah, so tonight our high school kids will go to flag football practice. Our first through fourth grade does their practice at our practice field back behind our stadium, and they'll be there tonight helping out with all the little kids, and then tomorrow night first through fourth grade, and then also the small fry programs from East Helena teams will just be announced at halftime. They'll be able to run out of the field and enjoy, being out there and in the environment. So, and just want to recognize all those kids. I mean, they put in time and effort, and as coaches do as well. So just trying to get them to be vigilantes for life, right?
Yeah, exactly. I am now. It's a home game, great environment, as we mentioned. All of that stuff. When you come back from a road trip and you play at home, and I know you guys do a lot of the one-off, one gone, one home, but how do you readjust each week to get the kids ready to go?
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, like the bus trip, and I know it's hard to get on the bus and go, but also when you get on the bus, you don't have to worry about many other things other than sleeping and eating and football.
Right.
So that's kind of nice. Whereas all of us will be in school all day tomorrow, but that's your normal routine on 4 out of the 5 days. So there's some balance on that. But yeah, just making sure everybody knows what the schedule is and that. I think that's what you're asking about. But yeah, just make sure everybody's squared away and knows what's going on and when to be there. And that's the biggest part with high school kids. Read the schedule.
Couple of final questions for Tyler Murray, but give me some names that are flying under the radar. We know about Jack Taylor. We know about DeAndre Ellis. We know about some of these guys. But give me a couple of guys that are under the radar having good seasons.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys that have been contributing. John Benavides is a guy who's been a very good player for us the last couple of years. He's a junior. He's our starting safety. He hasn't missed. I think he's missed one game in the last 2 years, and just been a really solid guy for us. Our line this year, there's been some ups and downs, but Declan Turner's been a decent guy on the O line and then linebacker as far as being a good leader and doing things the way we want him to do it. He got to control himself a little bit. He got one last week, but he's got that tenacity a little bit. You know what I mean? And we'll take that a little bit. He's got a service punishment, but at the same time, he's a competitor and wants to get after it. So besides the guys that we talk about quite often, those two guys that have been really good for us. They're both juniors. So
yeah, we always talk about skill guys, but it's the underrated linemen that you forget about that are good, that get the job done first and foremost in the trenches.
Yeah, I mean, we have three sophomore kids that rotate through. Three of them start on the O line or rotate through, and Daniel Aker and Brad Hahn and Ty Sebastian. Those guys have been working real hard. They play both sides of the ball, and they get significant reps on defense, but they get all the reps on offense mostly. And Liam Wilson, another kid who's a junior and rotates in on defense and started a game on offense, rotates in on offense. So, yeah, we have a lot of guys that are behind the scenes working real hard and don't get very many kudos. So, yeah, appreciate you asking that.
Yeah, of course. National Butterscotch Pudding Day. Favorite pudding?
Favorite pudding? Probably just chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to eat a lot of pudding when I was a kid. It was great. A little snack bag.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. The different kinds like Oreo are good. I have to be in the right mood to have the butterscotch. It's sneaky good, and you forget about how good it can be.
Yeah, it's just a little too sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been called too sweet?
No, never.
Hey, Coach, good luck tomorrow night. We'll be there rooting on the Vigilantes and looking forward to seeing another win at home. But we'll chat next week and see you this weekend. We got flag football too, so it's going to be a busy.
Yep, I'll be there. Be there Saturday. So, yep. Have a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.
That is Tyler Murray, East Helena football coach, joining us, Jason Walker Show in the Off the Wall Mancave. Looking forward to that game tomorrow night. And the little one, cheer camp. It's been a busy week. So my wife's out of town on a work trip, just got home tonight. And the little one Monday, school, home for like an hour, gymnastics. Tuesday, school. And then straight to ballet. She had ballet from 4 to 4:45, got in a little bit of a snack. And then she auditioned for the Nutcracker from 5 to 6:30. And then I auditioned, so we didn't get home till like 7:30. And then it was dinner and bed. And then yesterday, just school. Actually got the evening free, her and I. And then today, school, into cheer camp for a couple hours. And then she cheers after school tomorrow at the high school football game. So busy weekend. And that's just for her. I got a busy weekend too, and we'll take a break. We'll tell you about it. It's going to be a fun, busy weekend though on Saturday, and we'll tell you what's coming up on the Off the Wall or in the Off the Wall Man Cave. This segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Coming right back and enjoy. That's all I got. The brain is a little toast right now. It's the end of the week. We'll be back. Tell you what's on Saturday. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio.
If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Casey Damon is a 6th-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Oh Be kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or two. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. It ain't no big thing. Late for my job and the traffic was bad. Had to borrow $10 from my old man. It ain't no big thing.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Birthday Girl. Getting us back into the Off the Wall Mancave. Final segment of on a Thursday. Little Lita Ford and Kiss Me Deadly. Yeah. She was born on this date in 1958. You know, she's from London, but she was originally in Joan Jett's all-girl band, The Runaways. But what a great song, Kiss Me Deadly. Oh, yeah. This segment of the Jason Walker Show is brought to you by Copper Club Casino. Make sure you drink and gamble responsibly. So Saturday's a big one for us over at Continental Divide Radio and JasonWalkerMedia.com. We will be bringing you, for the first time ever, flag football divisionals. Yep, the girls of East Helena hosting it this year. And, man, I'm looking forward to it. It is going to be an absolute blast. So Saturday at East Helena, the games start at noon. They're less than an hour long each. Jefferson takes on Three Forks, and then East Helena plays Butte in the semifinals. The losers then play at 2 o'clock, and then the winners for the divisional title will play at 3 o'clock. All 4 games will air on Continental Divide Radio, as well as JasonWalkerMedia.com. That's where you can go check it out. Looking forward to it. And I've told you this story. It'll be all right, to quote Lita Ford. But I got to call the state championships in Butte last year and was so impressed by the athleticism, the joy that comes from these girls. And it's growing across the state, flag football is. It's one of the fastest growing sports. The Atlanta Falcons and the NFL are behind this. Mostly the Atlanta Falcons and the Arthur M. Blank Foundation, the owner. So when you start up a team, you put in 3 years worth of what you think the cost will be. And the Arthur Blank Foundation pays 100% startup costs. The first year is entirely covered. The second year, it's 75%. The third year, it's 50%. There's over 5,000 girls that play in Georgia. They have the state championships at the Georgia Dome. It's all over. And you can now get college scholarships starting, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago in the NAI, and go win a national championship. Montana went from 3 teams 2 years ago, its first year, to 5 teams last year. Now there's 17 teams across the state of Montana. And the state championships will be next week, Thursday and Friday, at Bozeman. So, I mean, this is becoming a big, big deal in Montana. It's an emerging sport, quote unquote, for the MHSA. And you talk to coaches and athletic directors, it's a catch-22. There's pros and cons because the MHSA, if they add it as an official sport, you lose that money, say, in 2 years, because an emerging sport has to grow for 2 years. So 2 years down the road, if MHSA decides to make girls flag football an official high school sport, then Title IX issues come into play. You'd have to add a boys sport. So that would be a factor. Most importantly, though, you lose the funding from the Atlanta Falcons and the Arthur M. Blank Foundation. So like this year with East Helena, Jefferson, and Three Forks, just 3 of the 12 new teams this year, Butte's been in it for all 3. But if 100% of East Helena's profit or startup costs all paid for this year, uniforms, travel, everything, camps, They do that. And Jefferson as well. So they get 100% everything covered this year. Next year, 75%. If MHSA, after that, adds it as an official sport, you lose that funding. So then it becomes another cost issue for high schools, which we know high schools struggling all over the country. Just to, retain teachers. It would help if you paid them. But, it is school first. You are a student and then an athlete. But this is such a great sport. I absolutely love it. Fell in love with the sport, 100% behind it, and want all the 17 teams. And I bet you next year there could be 25 teams in the state. Because coaches and girls, school boards, athletic directors are seeing all across the state the success that this is having. And so if you get a chance Saturday, stop by East Helena football field and check out the divisionals. Jefferson, Three Forks first, East Helena, Boulder after that. The games start at noon, run till about 4:30, and you will fall in love with this sport. And if you remember last year on the show, we had Noah Fincher from the two-time state champs Glacier joining us last year, and she was fantastic. That girl in one day had 3 interceptions, and there was one where she was so contorted and sideways and then took it like 40 yards back. It's physical. It's a fun sport. And it's another opportunity for young ladies to get involved in athletics. And as Coach Clint Lang says down in Jefferson, the boys football coach, it gets girls excited about football in general. So check it out. Check it out. And if you can't make it to East Helena on Saturday, then tune in on Continental Divide Radio for all the action. It's well worth it. Well worth it. So looking forward to that on Saturday. Might golf on Sunday morning with the guys. We're running out of days. I don't think I'm going to get in as many rounds this year as I did last year, but it'll be close. We figure we got about 5-6 good weeks, weather permitting. So looking forward to getting out Sunday. Let's see, what else we want to get to before we get on out for the week. Let's see here. Oh, we're going to have Haley Proctor and Madison McDonald Thomas on the show in the next week or so. Both of them specialty acts at this year's upcoming Wrangler National Finals in Las Vegas, December 5th through the 14th. So can't wait to have those two young ladies on. Haley's great. First time ever going to the NFR. It's a dream come true for her. She's been looking forward to this since she was a little girl, performing at the NFR in Vegas at Thomas and Mack Center. It's going to be so much fun for her. And a lot of times her and Madison McDonald Thomas, who moved from Canada to Montana, and she's great. We've had her in studio. We've had them both on the show. And she's going back, I think, for the 8th or 9th time, maybe the 10th. But they're both amazing. And they were both here at the Stampede summer of 23 performing. And when I talk specialty acts, I mean, they do stuff on horses that is unheard of. And it is so fun to watch. Haley jumps through a ring of fire. And she's got now her little one, Cooley. Her and Shane Proctor, their baby girl, Cooley. I think she's 5 or 6. But she's performing now, too. Oh, it's so cute. So, good stuff. That's all coming up soon with those two young ladies. I only bring this up because it's cool for me personally, but Montana soccer, the Grizz women, are leading Boise State right now at the half, 1-0 or 1-0. And the only reason I bring that up because the lone goal scored by a great friend of mine's daughter, Chloe Seelhoff. I think she's a freshman this year for Grizz Soccer. Live out in Washington. Josh, her dad, him and I went to school together in Bozeman, graduated high school, played baseball together. His dad was unbelievable, great guy. and started up a drift boat company too down there in Belgrade. Gosh, 35 years ago now. But his dad long passed, but Carl Seelhoff. But Josh doing well, living a great life out there with in Washington with his family. But his daughter plays for Grizzly Soccer, Chloe Seelhoff. That's really cool. Josh was the catcher for Legion Baseball in Bozeman, and he was solid, very solid at the plate and behind the plate and just in general. Great dude, great family. So had to bring that up. Let's do On This Day in History. It is September the 19th. It is in the year 2024. National Butterscotch Pudding Day, Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's also National Pawpaw Day, and it's not a name for your grandpa. It is a mango banana. And I didn't realize this. There's over 60 different varieties of the mango banana pawpaw, P-A-W-P-A-W, in the United States alone. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. In sports on this day in history, 1925, men's tennis, U.S. Open. Bill Tilden win his 6th consecutive, beating Bill Johnston for the 4th straight year. Jackie Robinson named the 1947 Rookie of the Year, 1947. 1968, Denny McLain won his 31st game of the year as Detroit beat the Yankees. He gave up Mickey Mantle's 535th career home run, but Denny McLain's 31 victories. That'll never happen again. We'd be shocked, and I've talked about this before, to get to 20 wins for one pitcher in a year anymore. I remember this. 1988, Greg Louganis smashed the back of his head on the diving board during the 3-meter springboard preliminaries in Seoul at the Olympics. He came back to qualify for the final. He won it the next day. Won gold. But remember when he hit that? Oh, my gosh. Tom Glavine won his 20th game for the 3rd straight year. At least 20, 1993. 1995. Remember the Blake Street Bombers, Colorado? They only been in existence for a few years. On this date in 95, Andres Galarraga became the 4th to hit 30 home runs in the season on the team. 4 members of the Rockies hit 30 or more that year. It's the Galarraga, Larry Walker, Dante Bichette, and Vinny Castillo. Or Vinny Castilla. Those were, oh man, those were, I became a Rockies fan because they were the closest to us. A lifelong Mets fan, but I also root for the Rockies, and they're terrible this year. This date in 2000, Ken Griffey Jr. comes off the bench as a pinch hitter to hit his 400th career home run, the first in Major League history to hit his 400th as a pinch hitter. Another great pitcher, 2008, Greg Maddux pitched his 5,000th career inning. Birthday today, Jim Abbott, born on this date in Flint, Michigan, 1967. The one-arm pitcher threw a no-hitter. Also was a part of the U.S.'s Olympic gold medal winning team in 1988. Pitched for the Angels, then California Angels. Also with the Yankees, a couple other teams, but threw a no-hitter with the Yanks. Let's see, we mentioned Lita Ford's birthday. Bill Medley of the Righteous Brothers, born 1940. Trisha Yearwood turned 60 today. Happy birthday to her. It's a good day for Neil Patrick Harris. 1989, Doogie Howser, MD, premiered with Neil Patrick Harris as a teenage physician. And then in 2005, How I Met Your Mother premiered with Neil Patrick Harris. Goodfellas came out on this date, 1990. William West Anderson was born on this date in 1928 in Walla Walla, Washington. He died 7 years ago. Better known as TV's Batman, Adam West. Let's see, a couple of other birthdays. Victoria Silvstedt, who was in, was it basketball? Was born on this date. She turns 50 today. Danielle Panabaker, actress, 1987. She was in the Friday the 13th movie reboot. 10, 12 years ago now? Let's see, what else happened on this day? 1778, Continental Congress passed the very first budget of the United States. 1838, Ephraim Morris was granted a patent for the railroad brake. My question is, how did they stop trains before that? Let's see. 1995, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber's manifesto was published. It was not a good day for Mexico on this day in history. In 1955, Hurricane Hilda went through Mexico, killed 200. In 1985, an 8.0 magnitude earthquake struck Mexico, killed 10,000. 7.1 earthquake in 2017 in Mexico, and then on this date in 2022, a 7.6 magnitude earthquake. So not a good day. If you're in Mexico today, earthquake? I don't know. Tropical storm? I don't know. Oh, man. And Orville Redenbacher died on this date. Was it 1995, I think? Yeah. The popcorn guy. Good stuff. Let us do this.
We're almost at the end of the show.
Oh, I got music playing. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
Time for the walk-off.
I don't know. We are nothing but a good time, but I don't know why Poison was playing. Okay, let's try this again.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. Great week. Thanks to Dane Broadhead, Kyle Mahelis, Joe Horn, Tyler Murray for joining us. We'll do it again next week, beginning Tuesday. If you missed anything or you want to catch any of our past shows, JasonWalkerShow.com. And tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., Jaywalk in the mornings, Continental Divide Radio, playing the music of your memories, having fun, telling stories, a whole lot more. That's at Continental Divide Radio, the TuneIn app, the Odyssey app, Continental Divide Radio app. Download it for free at the Apple App Store. Also, just tell Alexa to play Continental Divide Radio. Finally, Friday edition of the show tomorrow morning. Have a great weekend. Good luck to everybody in action starting tonight through Saturday. And we will have a weekend recap, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, all coming up next Tuesday right here on The Jason Walker Show. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the weather.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.